Hey everyone, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm going to be conducting a daily energy reading for the collective. So do be advised to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We have a spicy week ahead of us. Very energetic, very so much things going on, energetically speaking. We've had a full moon, we've got the Mercury retrograde. We've got so much energy coming from the sun. The Schumann resonance is off the charts. There's so much energy that we've been receiving. Lots of things going on in the current events around the world. Lots of shifting taking place. So I really hope that you guys are grounding yourselves, observing, not really absorbing too much of the energy sort of thing, what's going on, and just staying in preparation mode. Okay. All right, so just going to keep it general. What does the collective need to know? What is it that you need to know? I just saw a 111 on the clock. So there's some kind of new beginning that's taking place, or three separate beginnings, three things that are bringing in new beginnings. All right, so let's see what the first card is. We have got the Knight of Wands upright. A lot of energy coming in, a lot. I do get a sense of it being very, I'm hearing, sorry guys, that noise is just my glasses, just trying to get a little bit more space that you can see. I'm getting a lot of brute force, brutal. Just take what resonates with regards to this reading and what I'm saying. People may be triggered by what I just said about this brute force, brutal, but it is. I can't get away from saying it. It is. It really is, and there's no stopping this. Okay, it's the first card of the spread, so it's very much charging ahead with I'm hearing that military tactics in place. You know, this is really really serious, very determined energy here. The next card that we've got is the Page of Swords in the reverse, almost as if like some people may not see this coming through, or it may have happened so fast they're seeing like the after effects of it, with the Page of Swords in reverse as well. I'm also getting, in terms of consciousness, a more of a inner reflection, inner discovery of so much of what has been passing through you lately. This is about inner discoveries of of yourself, what's going on. This can also be about a quick finish to misinformation. Before I started the reading, I was getting disclaimer. These are my thoughts that I want to share with you. You do not have to believe it if you don't want to. But I was getting a bit of like a future, first of all, wishful thinking, hoping, manifesting, visualizing, all of the above sort of thing. But I was getting a not between now and I would say the next few months, a vast reduction in misinformation. Algorithms will be more truth friendly, but there is going to be a vast reduction in misinformation, because I feel that the inner knowing within the consciousness, within the being, will be more heightened than ever before. You're just going to look at something and your heart is going to instantly pick it up as to, that's not real, that's real. That's in alignment with me, that's no longer in alignment with me. Whether the lie is there disguised as the truth or not, the perceiver, the person who's watching this, it will either align with you or it won't. So it's almost as if like it really doesn't matter if it's online, if you do not put your attention to it, if you don't put your focus to it, it reduces misinformation, therefore rendering it, useless. Interesting. Let's move on. We've got the Magician in the reverse. Ill intent to cause unnecessary surveillance, suffering. This can also be taken out, this energy, as I said, with this Knight of Wands. This is really battery. Interesting enough. Really and truly. It's almost as if this Page of Swords is sort of like taking orders from this Magician in trying to keep these clouds covered, but the clouds are no longer being able to hide what is going to be seen. This can be literally, this can be figuratively. Either way, you're going to see stuff. With your third eye, with the two eyes that you look out of every day, really doesn't matter. And then even if they are covering up stuff, they're exposing themselves even more because they are seen covering up stuff. Why the hell are you covering up stuff for that we can clearly see you doing it? But why? Why are you covering it up for? Because you're trying to hide the tracks of the dark magician energy. This is a foot soldier for this one who wields the orders. The next card that I've got is the Page of Wands. Going in the other direction. It's almost as if it's a distraction. Look over there, not over there, and stuff like this. But again, I'm really picking up, like, as time is going by, the level of discernment is going to be really coming online a lot more. It's going to be more effective than how it was before. It's almost like a quick burnout. Like, whoever these deceivers are, like, their efforts are becoming futile. Okay, it's not working anymore. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like taking back, giving back an offer, giving back something that this Page of Wands, a lot of like 3 pages, one night. This is very interesting because we do have like these 3 figures here. I don't trust this Page of Wands even if you paid me to. Whatever it is that this Page of Wands is trying to act as if they're very enthusiastic about, almost as if they're trying to themselves hide. It's like this dark magician is trying very hard to conceal himself or herself or themselves with these little minions, these little bought and paid for little minions. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse is, which I'm glad for, is showing that this isn't being offered. This offer is not being accepted. Like, take back your shit. I'm not interested in it. Underneath the bottom of their deck, we do have the King of Wands in the reverse. A lot of energy, a lot of fiery stuff. No longer taking action on anything that you no longer believe in. Like, just turning away from this. Because it's like, it's almost as if like this magician was really trying, really reaching, really trying to create some kind of friction. But it's no longer being believed, it's no longer being offered. It's no longer being offered, sorry, it's no longer being taken. It's no longer being taken. Like, the King of Wands is not going to waste any more energy on these 3. Let's call them the 3 Stooges. Because it's just comedy, This Page of Wands is really clearly in no position. It's very weak energy, to be honest, because this magician, yes, it's the only major arcana card there is, but it's in the reverse. So he's not really wielding a lot of power as much as he would have if both of these cards were upright and he himself was in the upright position. Okay? But this Knight of Wands energy has nothing to do with the rest of these 4 cards. This is a military action. This is not anything to do with these, so, shall we say, civilian type people. Okay. So let's kind of expand on this a little bit more. Let's see what's going on here. What is going on with this energy? Because it's quite interesting. This may, I mean, it feels so expansive. It feels as if it, I mean, you can apply it to a situation if you want to, but to me, it feels as if this is something more of on a collective stance than anything else. It's more of a collective, you know, but obviously down to the individual who wants to, you know, view this. But you're no longer buying the bullshit. You're no longer into it anymore. Let's find out why. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. What's going on here? We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So this is really great to see. Breaking the boundaries and breaking the bounds that was wrapping this person, the consciousness of the person is like being set free. This can be, you know, a case of, you know, that as I was saying about like misinformation being greatly reduced or censorship being greatly reduced. You know, like the restoration of free speech, or, you know, this can also be certain people who were bound in a way against their free will, you know, that they didn't give consent to this, and they are being set free. Tell me what's going on with the Page of Swords. We have got the Three of Swords. This is a traitor energy, traitor against humanity. You can never trust this person, never trust this energy at all. I'm also getting the fact that it was as if they were trying to attempt, this Page of Swords was trying to make an attempt to dig their sword and wedge it into this Three of Swords, so you get like a Four of Swords energy. So you'd be sort of like separated from truth, separated from source, whatever source means to you, whatever, you know, you refer to, sources of information, source, original prime creator itself. But they were definitely trying to do something where they were causing further separation, destruction to the mind. The Magician in the reverse, we got the Knight of Cups. Very, very, very much a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, or in this case, say wolf in horses, you know, disguised as a horse. And trying to mean well, trying to sort of like, you know, give some kind of explanation, some kind of apology, you know. And I know that, you know, some people will say, oh, well, you know, there are some people that, you know, like, you're giving people the benefit of the doubt, and, you know, people need to be, you know, more forgiving and da-da-da-da-da. I get that. But if you're looking at the intentions, does this magician really look like they have the intention to change? They're just using the power of apology to pull the wool over your heart, wool over your eyes, and to keep you blind with ignorance. That's all I'm saying here. However, this Knight of Wands energy is vastly destroying everything there. Vastly approaching, just going like that. Tell me about the Page of Wands in the upright position. We have got the Hermit in the upright position. Though it's almost like giving me those who are distancing themselves. Okay, remember what I was saying about not trusting this Page of Wands as far as you can throw them. This Hermit almost can sort of like visualize what's going on here. Can kind of see the play, kind of see what's going on with this Page of Wands, and, you know, keeping back, keeping a distance, observing rather than, you know, absorbing, because they just feel that, you know, look over here, you know. But this Page of Pentacles is smart. They're in the reverse. They're not taking it. They're not accepting it. Knight of Swords in the reverse. They're not accepting this. They're slowing down this, whatever this is. And this Knight of Swords energy is, you know, trying to sort of quickly bring about information to somebody that doesn't want it. We've got 3 knights: Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, pages, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and 1 King. Card underneath the bottom of the deck we've got the King of Wands in the upright position. So we've got now a situation here. Like, it's almost like saying like a battle against all odds, because it's either some people are going to take action on certain things, and some people are not going to. This King of Wands in the upright position, I feel that they could be connected to the other deck, but to me it feels as if this is knowing when and when not to strike, knowing when and when not to take action, knowing when and when not to feel triggered. I am getting a strong feeling as we are stepping out of June, going into July. We're heading into Leo season here. And there are going to be, especially with the Lionsgate energy, if you sort of, follow the Lionsgate portal and stuff like that, there's a lot of things that's going to be happening around. And I don't want to keep sort of like acting like a prediction mode, but when you're sort of following like the astrology, the events, you're looking at certain things that's coming in from the Schumann resonance, it's kind of like undeniable to know that, this is what's playing out. You're going to get some people, a lot of people, well, I'm going to say quite a few people that's going to fall for it, and then you're going to get some others who are not, because they're in the know, they're more wiser. It's almost as if this Page of Wands is really trying to create some kind of triggered response, but it's not been accepted. So this is really good to see. A lot of things coming in. And this Magician is like the ringleader, the instigator of it all, in the guise of a Knight of Cups. I would kind of like be mindful. Now, again, this is, a general reading, so this can be for anybody. But I'll be kind of mindful if anybody wants to kind of like come back in to your life, or they're trying to sort of like prevent you from taking steps further towards discovery of truth. Like sometimes that if you, like a truth seeker, I'm just sort of saying, and you might get somebody that will be like, oh, you're looking into that stuff, that's all conspiracy stuff, or you've got to be mindful of all of that. That can get you in trouble and da-da-da-da-da. And, but that's down to you to decide on whether or not it's worth taking the risk or not. Not for somebody else who damn well does not look into things like this, and they would rather stay ignorant and blissful and well and truly embedded into the system. They're not going to look on that. I'm also getting this feeling of like, I don't know if you've noticed as well, guys, there's a lot of these fearful type of videos, content creators that are coming out with these. I mean, they have, first of all, is it their own perception? That's another thing, we have to kind of like look into now. Because a lot of these people are bought and paid for by people that are in this energy, a lot of powerful people in this energy that are there to disperse out a lot of misinformation. So that would be a thing of like where it's all the doom and gloom and all this business. But does it really have to be, or are they trying to get you to manifest it? So this is why, again, with the Page of Pentacles being in the reverse, it's like, no, because I don't need to. The thing is, they know that the timeline is coming in, or practically upon us right now, where they are not going to be here anymore. They're going to be shifted out of the existence. They're no longer going to be relevant anymore. And they cannot afford to have the mass of people going in a direction that's going to be going against them. All of their efforts will be for nothing, because they are there only to pull and hold back and keep people bound in a low level frequency, a low vibration, where you will never be able to be really consciously free, which then you can go into being physically free emotionally free. You'll always be in this cage, in the Eight of Swords energy, turned upright, and that's it. You've done, that's it. And these lot would have done the work on behalf of this dark magician. But the light is coming in to burn through all of that shit and to really enter into the darkest places to bring them out, draw them out into the open. Okay, for all to see. So let's close out this reading. This is quite interesting. Let's close out this reading. See what we get. Okay. As usual, I'm just going to pull from different parts of the deck, random. First card we do have is Fated Life. No longer needing to accept your fate as much as they want to. They may have been trying to really control where, you know, what you do and stuff like that, and, you know, where the direction in life that you're going. But that's coming to an end with the help of this, you know, Knight of Wands, courageous Knight of Wands. We have got Chamber of Protection. You are protected from what they're trying to do, trying to control your destiny, trying to hold on to it, but you are definitely protected. And, you know, with this card in particular, I am getting so much of that human resonance. You know, if you've been going out and sun gazing, if you've been noticing that you are becoming more aware, like you're knowing things, you may be experiencing flashbacks, past lives may be coming back in, information that you would have received back then that is going to be helping you out in the now. You know, really getting a lot of that coming in. You are definitely protected from all of that BS. Again, this is why the, you know, Page of Pentacles is like, no, I'm not going to accept that. It's all right. Don't want it. We've got the masculine energy, very strong, powerful sun activity. And obviously we have that from the Knight of Wands. I'm also getting as well the King of Wands upright. Again, giving me Lionsgate energy, Leo energy, a lot of confidence, burning through the ignorance, burning through the ego. You know, there's just so much things that's going on. It just feels really like, again, be grounded, definitely be grounded, but be aware of what's really going on, you know, because there's so much people out there that are trying to pull your attention in so many different directions. Okay, we have got the Chamber of Inspiration. So this is about, again, being inspired on, you know, things for yourself, not what other people are going to say to you, but more of what you know, this inner knowing of what's coming in from above. Okay. The next card that we've got, last message, we have got is Soul Retrieval. This is interesting because I was feeling, you know, as I was saying about the Chamber of Protection card and the pulling in of like different past lives, with whatever kind of knowledge and information that, you know, the soul would have had along the way. And where you're at right now, there's a feeling of this connection of, you know, what you did before, your skills, your skill sets. If you know deep within yourself, if you've got this burning knowing in your heart space that, you know, I used to be really good with crafting, I used to be really good with maths, or, you know, astrology or geography, whatever this is, you know, this is something that is going to be very useful to you right now. And I do feel that this is the beginning, like the building blocks of your greatness, the building blocks of your return, really getting that solar return for anyone who's experiencing their birthday next month and August, Leo season, Leo energy. You know, this is coming in. We do obviously still have, you know, the Cancer is still in, you know, through the Cancer, but I'm speaking about the month of July going in. But, you know, when it starts to hit, especially the, like from, say, the 17th onwards, going towards the 22nd, 23rd of July, when we are definitely in Leo season, then, you know, there's a lot of things that's coming in. And I feel that you, Leo energy, you know, people can really feel this a lot. All right. The next card that we have got, which will be underneath the bottom of the deck, we have got Plenty. So there's a lot of this feeling of abundance. Again, I just feel this feeling of like, I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. A feeling of like content, satisfaction. Plenty can be about plenty of rest, getting plenty of rest or plenty of water, that you have, within you, and obviously around you. And because you have plenty, there are people that want to take from you too. Right? So, that's another thing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here. This is quite a very interesting reading, very intense. So do take anything that you can out of this reading. Don't take it all. Take bits and pieces from it and see if it aligns with what you've been feeling, what you're sensing lately as well. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Have a great day.